So what's up guys, I thought after the success of my Elsa video, where I showed you how to make Elsa in Saints Row the 4th, I thought I would do an Adventure Time one. So this time I'm going to do Marceline. As always, the way to create this character is in the description of this video. You'll find an infographic and you'll find a list of all the slider values. But the first thing I'm going to show you guys is which skin colour I've chosen. So Marceline's skin is actually grey. Like, it's a light grey, and sometimes it appears a little bit blue depending on the scenario. Like if she's in a dark room, sometimes it can appear slightly blue, slightly green. And in fan art, sometimes she's depicted as dark blue as this. But the skin colour we went for is frozen blue. A hint of blue also looks pretty good, but frozen blue seems like the best one. The Caucasian 5 isn't white enough, and the pure silver is obviously terrible. And the alabaster just doesn't work either. So we've went for the frozen blue. For body and the build, I kind of went with a strength build. I don't know why, but like I think the strength looks a lot better than the skinniness. Obviously Marceline is incredibly skinny. She has like spaghetti limbs, a lot like Princess Bubblegum and every other character in Adventure Time. They all have skinny, like long bodies, but it's not really possible to do that in Saints Row the 4th. One of the things as well is eye colour. Her eyes are obviously jet black dots, but that looks scary as hell. So I've kind of went with the more traditional fan art kind of look, where I went for the red eyes. Another type of eye that looks good is the silver, or the pale blue it's called, but it looks like a silver eye. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing, and that's what we're going to be going with, is the red. So I know that Marceline's obviously Marceline, the vampire queen. So I've given her in items on the makeup menu, I've given her Love Bite, which adds a little bit of red blood. Or it could just be red, you know, cherry pie sauce or something, you know, maybe one of Tree Trunks' pies. And I've went for kind of dark makeup. Like I've went for a little on top, black kind of eyes. But wings also looks good if you do that in black. Like that looks really good too, but I thought it was a little bit too heavy, so I've just went with a little on top, and I've just went for full opacity. I had a little bit of trouble with lipstick though, because Marceline obviously doesn't have lips. Her mouth is basically just a black line, and because I'm going for a kind of more realistic approach, I kind of went with the pale blue kind of lipstick. The other lipstick that looks good is obviously black. Black looks really good, and so does the grey, surprisingly. But I've went for the kind of pale blue. And just like my Elsa video, the hairstyle is completely up to you. I kind of like the long and wavy, but there's also long and parted that looks pretty good. It looks similar to Marceline's hair, but you're never going to get hair down to your ankles in Saints Row the 4th, which is kind of disappointing. But a lot of these hairstyles do suit Marceline, because Marceline's hair does have a little bit of a fringe at the front, a little bit of bangs, and yeah, I kind of went with long and wavy, because I kind of liked how it was one of the longer hairstyles. But long and parted looks good, and so does long and layered. And just choose a black hairstyle for this as well. And for eyebrows, I went with overplucked. I kind of liked how overplucked eyebrows looked, because obviously Marceline's eyebrows are just a thin black line, because the kind of art style of Adventure Time is so basic. So in the next part of the video, I'm going to be going over outfits. So Marceline's outfits are actually fairly easy to recreate. There's a lot of options for jeans, and there's a lot of options for boots. And because Marceline's outfits are so simple, because obviously Adventure Time's art style is very, very simple, it's fairly easy to recreate a lot of her iconic looks. So if we head in here, I'll show you some of the outfits that I've come up with, and maybe go over some of the items I've chosen. So the first one we've got here is Marceline's basketball outfit. Marceline's basketball outfit from the I Remember You episode is like fairly easy to recreate, because it's, well, basically just shorts and a basketball shirt. But the only thing I can't find is I can't find shoes that have long socks. It's not like in Saints Row 2, where you obviously had the option of having separate socks from your shoes. The other thing I come up with was this, which is Marceline's outfit when she has the large sun hat, but I can't actually find a sun hat that suits. The witch's hat is too tall and pointy, and the cowboy hat just doesn't have a large enough brim. So I've kind of went with this, and I couldn't find long gloves either. But this really does suit her. It looks like the identical kind of shorts, and it's the identical tank top, so it looks pretty good. And this one is obviously the standard Marceline look, with the red boots, the jeans, and the tank top. And this one's one of my personal favourites. I think this one really suits Marceline. It's the red and black striped sweatshirt from, I can't remember which episode, but it's worn in season 1 and 2. And just the standard kind of bell-bottom jeans, and just a little pair of, I think these are called emo sneaks. So I'm going to put on this one because I think this looks like the most accurate Marceline outfit. And then we'll get on to powers. So in Saints Row the 4th, we don't actually have anything that's similar to Marceline's powers. We can't take the colour red out of objects and turn them grey or anything like that. But what we can do is we could use telekinesis with the lifesteal perk, and we can lift people up and we can suck out their life force. Which is kind of similar to sucking out the red from Princess Bubblegum's pink face. So Marceline's other powers are obviously the ability to fly and float around, and you already have those in Saints Row the 4th. You could fly and you could also glide. And you also unlock the ability to hover later on in the game. So you already have those, and those are pretty standard powers for Marceline to actually use in the series. In terms of mind control, there aren't actually any mind control kind of powers, but we do have a gravity stomp. And the gravity stomp is kind of similar to something that Marceline could be able to do, because she can actually lift objects with her mind. I think you see that in a few episodes. So thanks for watching, guys. If you want to find out how to make Elsa from Frozen in Saints Row the 4th, as well as some other Adventure Time characters, be sure to check out my channel. You could also find a little video on how to find the Loud Locust, which is basically the noisy cricket from Men in Black. It's a hidden little weapon, and I'll show you exactly where to find it if you check out the other videos. So thanks very much for watching, and have fun with your new Marceline character. So one extra thing I decided to do was give Marceline tall pointed elf ears, because when she has a ponytail in, whenever she's playing basketball or whenever she's doing any type of sports, I guess, you could clearly see that she has pointed ears, and when she transforms into a bat or a big demon bat creature, you could also see that her ears are actually pointed. So whenever you're using the Croydon facelift and wearing the basketball outfit, it would be more in keeping with the character to have the pointed ears, just so you could add that little bit of extra Marceline character.